Hello, my friends. Hello, my YouTubers, my LinkedIners. So good to see you. As always, we're waiting on StreamYard to get into my free Facebook group. It looks like we are live. And okay, fun fact for today at Tracy Beaver's house, there is a massive thunderstorm that popped up like 20 minutes ago. And give me 1 second. I'm going to make sure that I can see the comments in my group. Okay. Yeah. Massive thunderstorm popped up about 30 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, and massive thunder, power's going on and off, massive lightning bolt on my back patio. I screamed bloody murder and said some bad words. So I'm just sharing that with you that if the power goes out and I disappear, I'm okay. I'll just record this and upload it later. If lightning strikes again and I scream an expletive, please just forgive me and give me some grace. Anyway, it's been an interesting weather pattern around here in Arkansas. Here's what we're talking about today. If you've ever asked yourself, tell me if you've asked yourself this question: how do I know if my business is actually growing? You've also asked yourself, what should I be tracking each month to make better decisions? Or maybe you've asked this question: why do I feel stuck even though I'm always working? What about that one? Why do I always feel stuck even though I am always working? Okay, if you've asked those questions before, this live is for you because I'm going to walk you through my very simple, I do things simply in business. Business growth does not have to be complicated and on the struggle bus. No overwhelm, simple with ease. My very simple month-end workflow. So you can actually see the growth in your business. And before you roll your eyes and think, I don't want to track my numbers, I get it. Hold on. I'm going to make this better. But first, just in case we're brand new to each other and you're wondering who the heck I am Tracy Beavers. I'm an award-winning business and sales coach with over 20 years of experience in marketing, sales, and business growth. And about 7 years ago, most of you know my story, I just decided corporate was no longer the right fit. If you want to hear more about that, go to my podcast, Create Online Business Success, and listen to the trailer in episode 1, and you'll hear the whole story of that. So I just decided it wasn't a fit, and I hatched a plan to fully exit, and I wanted to bring my gifts and talents with business growth and sales and marketing into the online space. And I share that with you because I know you're probably thinking about building a business yourself. And in my second full year of business, y'all, I busted through the 6-figure ceiling and I haven't looked back. Now, I want to share that piece with you as inspiration for you. If maybe you're building your business and you're wondering when the income's going to get stable, or maybe you're sitting in your corporate job and you're like, this stinks. I don't want to do this anymore. But how long is it going to take me to make some good money? All right. DM me. Let's talk about it. So I teach all organic visibility and list growth strategies, and I have coached hundreds of entrepreneurs just like you to get massively visible online, to grow your email list so you get that consistent monthly income that you want. That consistent monthly income is the goal of every business owner. But to get that in the online space, we have to have list growth and leads coming in. And to get those, you have to ramp up your visibility. And that's what I teach. I don't teach paid ads, and I'm not going to tell you to create yet another free lead magnet because you've probably already done that. The strategies that I teach are fresh, and we get your list growth and leads coming in automatically every day in the background of your business. If you're thinking, here we are, tomorrow is August. Oh my gosh, tomorrow is August. We are almost in the 8th month of the year. We are headed into the end of the year, y'all. And if you're thinking, I haven't met my goals yet, I don't understand why my revenue's down, and you want to hire a coach to guide you, DM me. One of my clients, in just 90 days, she told me this week, we've worked together for 90 days. Her revenue this month in July, we still had a week left in July when she told me this, 600% revenue increase over July 2024, just working together 90 days. If you need results like that, you need to DM me and let's get together and talk about coaching. All right. So as we go along, you know how I love to do things. Throw those questions and comments into the chat, and I will make sure that I swoop in and answer them all at the end. I love it when you're here live with me and you like to ask me questions. It makes my heart so happy. Okay. And if you're watching on replay, love a replay person. Comment with your question and I will answer it for you. All right, let's talk about a mindset shift that I needed to make and you might need to make. Tell me if you went through this, or maybe you're going through it now. When I started this business, I did not think of myself as a CEO. that word never entered my mind. I knew I was a business owner, but it never dawned on me didn't dawn on me immediately, is what I'm trying to say. It didn't become clear to me that I was a CEO until I was many months in. And I was like, huh, okay. I'm not just a coach with a business. I'm a CEO. So you, my friend, you are not just a service provider. You are not just a coach, a course creator. Well, actually in life, you're never just one thing, right? You're a beautiful human being. But what I'm saying is for your work, you're not just a coach. You're not just a website designer. You're not just a copywriter. You're not just a course creator. You are also the CEO of your business. And we all need to be serious CEOs. And what do I mean by that? Because you know I'm a total goofball. But serious CEOs, what I mean by that is we do what's necessary to grow the business, even if what we have to do isn't our favorite thing or very fun. My husband always loves to say, sometimes there are things in life where we just have to hold our nose and do it anyway. And my numbers was one of those things. Serious CEOs track the business numbers, the data, the analytics, because it's the data, the numbers that tell the true story of your business, whether it's growing or not, whether it's profitable or not. And serious CEOs allow that data without the drama to drive the business decisions. Listen, I understand how scary and completely unfun, if that's a word, tracking your numbers sounds, but the fear of the numbers means you fear the truth. Little tough love there. The fear of the numbers means you're fearing the truth about your business. And when we have that fear, you guys, that is what keeps us from business growth, the business growth we're meant to have. So let's move into the numbers, the story that your numbers tell, and why should you care about this? Revenue, profit, email list growth, audience engagement, conversion rates. These tell the health story of your business, whether your business is healthy or not. Without monthly tracking, you're flying blind. Like you got your eyes closed driving down the road, and your success and the growth of your business and your income, your money is at risk. And tracking monthly allows us to detect really early if something is really wrong, because it's so much easier to pivot before a big problem happens. It's just like, going in for that annual exam with your doctor and making sure that all your pieces and parts are all jiving and working well. It's easier to address a health issue if you catch it early. It's the same thing in our business. It's easier to overcome a potential problem if we're looking at it often. So we have to overcome our fear. It's just numbers. It's just data. I get it. I feel a lot of drama around it too, but we have to sort of park that. I used to dread tracking my numbers, like how boring and honestly a little scary, because what if my numbers showed that I was not doing as well as I felt like I was, right? Because we don't go on feelings or thoughts, we go on numbers. I'm over here thinking I'm doing great. Well, my numbers better show that too. And I really just wanted to stick my head in the sand and go back to doing the fun stuff, like the marketing and the networking and the meeting people and the doing my podcast and, serving my clients. Tell me in the comments, can you relate to that? You just kind of want to do the fun stuff. It's like, Tracy, I just want to coach people. I just want to create websites. I just want to do my thing that I love. But the truth is, what we track grows. And I would add that what you don't track also grows. So whether you're a success or whether you're a failure, either way, if you don't pay attention to it, it's going to grow. It's like having a pinhole leak in a pipe under your sink. Who's had that happen? We had that happen. And this whole kitchen that I'm recording in had to get a remodel. It was a nightmare. But that pinhole leak in the pipe under your sink, it's there. And you're not paying attention. And it's going to leak out some water. And it's going to do some major damage over time. And that's what we're doing with our numbers. And if we do, we're risking our business growth. Okay, I'm going to stop lecturing you. We've got to have that serious CEO mindset shift. You've got a business. You're the head of the business, whether you like it or not. You're also wearing all the other hats. You're a bookkeeper. You're an accountant. You're the legal team, right? You're the customer service team. And until you can outsource those, I want you to really do your numbers on your own. So before you outsource a bookkeeper, an accountant, somebody that's going to help you with your numbers, I want you to do this on your own. So you know what your numbers should look like and you're never left in the dark. And you know whether or not the person you're hiring knows what the heck they're doing too. So here's what was really surprising for me. I actually started to enjoy this month-end workflow process. Can you even believe that? I'm not a numbers person. Well, let me just say, I can be a numbers person. I just don't find it fun. I actually started to enjoy tracking my numbers. Yeah. I mean, surprised the heck out of me too. And my husband, he was like, oh my gosh, this is hysterical. Because y'all, confession, do you balance your checkbook? Like a million years ago when we met and we were dating, he balances his checkbook. I think he still does it every single month. I wasn't balancing my checkbook. And I thought he was going to break up with me. Okay. So anyway, that's why he finds that so funny. So doing this monthly check-in started to really build my confidence as a CEO and as a business owner. And it helped me feel confident and legit, right? Legit as an owner, because I knew what my profit and loss said. When my list growth felt right? We don't go on feelings. I was able to look back at the numbers from the last 6 months or compare this month to this month last year, and I could see, oh, indeed, my list has grown. Has it grown massively? It depended on the month. But I was no longer going on feelings. I had proof of the numbers. And when I feel like my free Facebook group isn't as active as it should be or as it has in the past, or maybe we don't have as many people joining as we have, I can actually see the level of engagement, the percentage of engagement, and I can say, oh, okay, yeah, engagement's down, or wow, engagements that stayed the same, even if it doesn't feel like it to me. So here, let's talk about what to track every single month. First of all, income and expenses. Expenses especially, because we have a lot of subscriptions. A lot of those little monthly things that cost $9, $17, $37, what have you. And it is so easy to lose track of those. You want to know exactly where your money is going every single month. And you want to cancel anything that you're not using. So I want you to go look at your expenses today. Here's a tip. I have a Google Doc with my month-end workflow on it. And part of what I put on there is when I join a new membership or I sign up for a new software, I list it on that Google Doc so that I see it at the end of every month. And I can make sure it's in my expenses section, because sometimes they don't send you a receipt every single time they charge your credit card. They're pretty sneaky about it. They're just charging your card and you forgot about it, right? And so I can see that and I can go, do I still need that? Am I even using that? Am I using that Peloton subscription, that Audible subscription? Okay. Not that those are business related, but that's an example. Netflix, Hulu, all the things. So you want to look at your expenses. I bet you're going to find a subscription or two that you totally forgot about. And while you're at it, I want you to check those personal ones that I just mentioned. All those streaming services that you sign up for and forget about, you need to be checking those as well. So let's go through a basic list of the things that I've got on my Google Doc for my month-end workflow checklist. And at the end of every month, like not tomorrow, not August 1st, but August 2nd on Saturday, when I have a little bit more white space and breathing time, this is when I'm going to reconcile my numbers. All right, income and expenses. We just talked about that. All those pesky little bank fees, credit card fees, interest charges, the big stuff like Kajabi, that's on my list. Let's see what else. Anyway, Kajabi and some of the yearly memberships that I pay for, and the mastermind that I'm in, the big stuff, the little stuff, all of that is on my list, all of those expenses. The profit margin for the month, for that month, and also year to date. A really great rule of thumb for a profit margin in an online business is just try to hit 40% or more every single month and year to date. So I want to track that. I want to see, how much have I spent? Where's my profit margin? Is it on track? Is it on goal? Then I also want to check my email list growth and my open rates. So I go into Kajabi and I look at how many subscribers do I have this month compared to last month? How many people unsubscribed? Losers. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Totally. Why would you unsubscribe from my list? Anyway, I digress. So I'm looking at that and I'm looking at open rates, because we want to make sure our open rates stay consistent and continue to either stay the same or increase. Also, your click-through rates, your lead sources, where are your clients coming from? That's great to track. I can easily see, okay, is this membership that I'm in, that I'm paying monthly for, that I'm going to network at and make connections at, is anybody converting into a client? If they are, awesome. I know I need to spend more time there. If they're not, I might give it a few months and I might exit that membership. So you need to know where are your people coming in from. If you have a free Facebook group like I do, check the growth, check the engagement, how many people have asked to join, how many people joined, what is the engagement percentage to show you how many people are actually active. Because a lot of times I have clients that say to me, Tracy, my Facebook group is dead. And I'm like, hold on. Have you looked at the numbers? And they say, no, I just feel like it's dead. Well, when we go to actually look at the analytics of that free group, we find out those people are pretty engaged. They're just not talking to each other. Okay. So don't go by feeling. If you have a podcast like I do, look at the analytics. Now, recently I was listening to a couple of podcast trainers. Downloads are weird. Downloads ever since the iOS Apple update. That's a good number, but it's not the number to look at. One of the gals recommended looking at followers instead on Spotify and Apple, adding those numbers together. So I think we're going to start doing that as well. I have a YouTube channel. Is it a big channel? No. Does it convert for me? I don't think so, but I have one because I have StreamYard and it's a destination on there. That's how that happened. It's not a fabulous YouTube channel, but it's growing. And I know that because I'm tracking the analytics. LinkedIn impressions each week. You know, although I'm hearing that impressions aren't the thing to track anymore on LinkedIn, I'm learning that too. Stay tuned as I learn more. I'm going to share that with you, but go ahead for now and track your impressions there. Your sales and conversion rates. What's your biggest seller? What do you need to try to double down on? Sorry, my brain just shut off. What do you need to double down on that's working really well? I mean, I think sometimes it surprises us. If we go into our profit and loss and we look at our income and we go, holy crap, everybody's buying the heck out of that thing. Who knew? That's when you know you've got a winner of an offer. So I also have a reminder on this list to back up my laptop to my external hard drive. Also, to download all of my Kajabi contacts from my email list into a CSV file and save it. That's always handy to have. In case anything happens to it, I still have those emails. And if you're ever running paid ads, you want to track your ad spend and you want to track your ROI with that. And if you want, you can keep track of your CEO time spent. How much time are you spending marketing, delivering, admin? What's taking up your time? This is going to allow you to quickly see when it's time to hire out and delegate, which I am a super fan of. I'm a fan of you doing that before you feel like you can actually afford it. Even if it's just hiring somebody to help you for a couple of hours a week, you will be shocked at how much that is going to help your business growth. If you don't track your numbers, you run the risk of missing revenue opportunities, wasting time on marketing that doesn't convert, which slows your growth, and worse, reacting emotionally or based on feeling rather than the actual data and the numbers. So my challenge to you, because you know I'm notorious for giving challenges, my challenge to you today is this. I want you to start a simple month-end workflow. Go back and listen to this, write down the things that I mentioned, the categories that I mentioned, and then go in and it's going to take you a hot minute to do it. Put it on a Google Doc, put it on a Google Sheet, Trello board, piece of paper and pen, whatever makes you happy. Even if it's messy right now, I challenge you to make your list of things you want to track. And then I want you tomorrow or this weekend to work through your numbers for July. And then if you can, and you're brave enough, go back and look at July 2024, or go back and look at June 2025. Look at May, look at April, because I'm sure you're sitting there saying, my list isn't growing. People aren't engaged in my Facebook group. My podcast isn't growing. I bet it is. It might just be growing a little bit, but my friends, that's growth. When I was first starting out and I was doing this, I was feeling like, why is my list not exploding like everybody else's? Why is my list not just, getting thousands of people on it every single month? And so what was comforting though, was to get to like May of that year and then come and look back to January or December and be like, okay, I have growth. I am moving in the right direction. Is it as fast as I want it to go? No. Is it as much as I want it to be? No, but it's still growth. Okay. It's very comforting. Then, so I want you to make your list. I want you to track your July numbers. This is the perfect time because we are at the end of the month today. And then I want you to post in my free Facebook group called Be a Confident Entrepreneur. I want you to post your ahas, your wins, your stuff like, Tracy, I had no idea I had this much growth. Like my client the other day telling me that she had been working together with me for only 90 days, 600% revenue increase this month in July, which isn't even over yet, over July 2024. because I encouraged her to track her numbers, she was like, this is amazing. And she got so excited and so energized that now, I mean, there's no telling what we're going to do in the next 90 days. All right, here's what I want you to do now. Hang on one second. I'm going to go check the comments just to make sure I didn't miss anybody's awesome comment. Hey, Adam, I'm so excited to see you. You're so welcome. Thanks for joining me live. That's so much fun. Thank you for commenting. So much fun to see people and to know that people are actually listening and I'm not just in my kitchen talking to myself. Okay, so here's what I want you to do now. I have a live workshop next week. You've probably seen my emails about it or my social media posts. It's called Weekly Content Made Easy. Create once, show up everywhere every week without the burnout. Now, here's what we're working on. Content creation sometimes feels like laundry for your brain, right? It's kind of like that annoying question when my kids used to ask me, Mom, what's for dinner? You're sitting there in front of the computer and you're like, what am I going to post this week? What am I going to talk about? What's for dinner? I mean, it's as annoying as what's for dinner. And I used to feel this too. You guys know my history that I built this business alongside my full-time corporate job. I was very time limited, like very. So this is a system that I developed back then, and I still use it all these years later to create. I'm going to show you how to create one regular piece of weekly content. And from that piece, you're going to get every other piece of content you need for the week, including your email to your list. All right. I have had people have so much success with this over the years that I decided to create this low-cost workshop where we're going to do a deep dive. I've got some freebies out there about this exercise and kind of how to do it. But this workshop is a deep dive. I had a couple people ask me this week. They're like, Tracy, how's it different from some of the stuff I've already seen you do? Well, we are working side by side. We're going to workshop one piece of core content each week. We're going to decide that. I'm going to show you exactly how to either use AI to help you repurpose it or not. Because back in the Stone Age, when I built this business, I didn't have AI. So I'm going to show you how to do it without AI. If you're not an AI fan, I'm going to give you some AI prompts and some templates that if you are an AI fan, it's going to make it even faster. And you're going to leave with my exact framework and a clear content plan you can use every single week. Because to get to that consistent monthly income that you want, that we all want, remember, we got to have list growth and leads, right? To get the list growth and the leads, we have to be visible online. Highly visible, outpacing our competition. To get that visibility, to get that much visibility, you have to have consistent content week in, week out, even when you don't feel like it. This system is going to help you do that. I've got a quick Loom that I'm going to show. I'm going to drop into LinkedIn and the Facebook group. Less than 1 minute Loom of me creating the workbook. It's a 25-page workbook, y'all. I'm so excited about it. It's so comprehensive with the AI prompts and everything in it. So I want you to watch that. And then I want you to look at the checkout page. This workshop is only $77. It is a freaking bargain. I am so excited about it. I can't wait for it. Also, at the end of the workshop, what makes my workshop a little bit different is we're going to do networking. You're going to have about 30 minutes to get in some breakout rooms, to meet other people that are doing what you're doing. You could find a new client. You could find a collaboration partner. You could find a referral partner. The possibilities are endless. So we're going to put a big ribbon on our workshop together with some fun networking. My friends, I want you to be here live with me every Thursday at 11:30 Central. I want you to put it on your calendar, set your phone alarm. And I'm so sorry if you can see me on video, my nose is itching so bad all of a sudden. Isn't that the way it goes? Go live and your nose is going to start itching. And I say this every single week. Don't go it alone. Being an entrepreneur is freaking hard. We're all feeling it. Some days, you can't keep your stuff in stock. Everybody's buying what you're selling. And other days, nobody's coming in your store. Nobody's buying anything. No, you're not getting any Stripe receipts, right? And if you feel like you're alone in that, you're not. We all feel that way. This month and last month for me, my revenue doubled over 2024. I know that because I track my numbers. See what I did there? But some people are not having that result and they're feeling alone, and they're not. Because every month for me is not a winner, right? But do not feel alone. Get into a community of support like my free Facebook group called Be a Confident Entrepreneur. Let us support you. Network, ask for feedback, promote your offers. It's a beautiful community. All right. So you can go to Tracy Lane Beavers. If you're listening to me on the podcast, you're going to see my Facebook personal profile, and my Facebook group link is showcased there. I want you guys to have a great balance of the week and weekend. And I want you to remember that when one of us rises, we all rise. So that is why we have got to keep cheering each other on. And I'm so thankful that you are here with me live. Thank you so much. I will see you next week.